And we're live. There it goes. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another Sunday spiritual session with me, Michael Rolla. Uh, Hope everybody's doing good. Happy Lionsgate. It's tomorrow, right? Today's the 7th. Yes. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. A lot of energy going around. Getting all this settled over here. I got to do cards. We're going to do some cards. Oh, yeah. I wanted to pull them first of this time. We're gonna see how it's going. But yeah, what's today's the spirit of the woo, right? Which kind of just came last second, and I was like, why am I gonna do that? What? Okay, spirit of the woo. Okay, and I'm like, I get it, because the woo spirit is in all of us. And it's like the spirit of science, or the spirit of the woo, or the right? Everything has a spirit. It's talking about how the soul or the each organ, it's not just the soul, each organ has its own intelligence, right? Because if lungs have been breathing as a thing for long, it has all these creations, billions of years, however long, of the breath, right? Of transmutation and digestion, of processing, and all of these things. So the spirit is just, it's something in everything. I don't know. I think we'll get more onto that later, but I wanted to actually talk about. I should put this in the comment. I want to talk about the inner smile, which is a Taoist technique that basically is really really helpful. Maybe we'll wait for a second. What's up, y'all? See if anybody else hops on here for a second. So yeah, we're just gonna get into the card. Like I said, I want to try to pull cards first, and then we'll see what they say. We'll see what the crows got to say first, and then we'll see what's going on. Because this time we're gonna say we all know what's happening. It's been a Lionsgate for like the past 3 weeks or something. It's like, you know, let's see. Oh, there's one already. See, he's already like, yeah, we know. Let's go. I didn't even get to like let you breathe, bro. Is that the only card coming out? All right, boom. Judgment. First card. Bada bing. Bada boom. Judgment about what? What are we doing? Judgment on. I got to pull two more. B Rave, how's it going, homie? How's it been? Good to see you. Next time I go up over there, man, you gotta come hang out. Oh, there's card number 2. Let's just do 3. Oh, nice, nice. There you go, getting there done, huh? And then then we got, ooh, look, the sun. So we got judgment, we got the sun. Let's go with this. What else is that supposed to mean? This is weird. This is weird. Doing cards first feels almost, like I want to see what's good come in first, like normal. Doing good, good. This is good. Yes, sir. I know a lot of energy is a lot of energy is coming in with the Lionsgate, but these things are necessary, just like any truth, you know, doesn't need to brag or whatever, push. Um, what gets pushed when these heightened times come is all the junk. That's why, you know, people, fire, Lionsgate, blah, 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 all that, whatever happens. Um, let's keep shuffling. See, I'm starting to talk about it already before we do the cards. We'll see how it works. It's weird. It feels really weird. I don't know what to do. We're gonna go, man. Because listen, aren't you supposed to get out your comfort zone? Supposed to try new things and do it. It's all gonna work out, right? It just feels different. I think that's kind of a point, um, with this Lionsgate and really changing what, who, all of it. Because thoughts. Remember the structure. Hold on. See, I want to put the cards. And it's just gonna do 2. So we got judgment and the sun, and then I swear I looked down, I saw a moon, but it was on the bottom. I don't know. We're gonna do 3 cards. Yeah, I don't think we could do it this way. You could start us off though, Mr. Crows, Mr. and Mrs. Crows. What do you call them? Crows. Leave out the gender. Um, for the week, we got to do the next until next week. You know how it goes. See, it's because the cards want to talk. Yeah, we'll see what other decks come out. Yeah, no, I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, a lot of things coming out of everybody. Hopefully, right? For transmutation once and for all. let those things go. And let's see, Judgment in the Sun. That's it. We're getting 2. It just feels like 2. You just want nope. Oh, you said 2. All right, now we're gonna do Strength, and then the 10 of Cups. So that's kind of a good outlook, guys. I have to do a couple of these with cards in the beginning to see how they turn out really overall. But ultimately, it'll probably be the same. Judgment, Sun, Strength, 10 of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, check it out. All right, there you go. Wow. There's your infinity crow standing on his nose. Yes, there you go. He's yawning. Is this supposed to be a roar for strength, or is that a yawn for strength? Because I think that says a lot. The soft overcomes the hard. Remember that's why, like, patience and not reacting so much. That's why that stuff helps. That's why it's real. That's what you do. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep those out just because we'll see now how this will tie in. Try this different. It's on the fly. I like to just go improvise. Let's see. No, so I'm definitely going to keep talking because, okay. So transmutation, that's really the spirit of the Wu. Where's all that stuff coming from? What does it mean? Why is it here? What's happening to the world, to you, to me, to this, and so and I talk about a lot of it just in general as a sense of a thing that is part of that matrix set that's confusing everybody, and making us lash out here, lash out there, because ultimately, if you're lashing out, there's a reason, and or whatever it is, fire, we're going with the fire season, right? Maybe come winter, we'll talk about crying, or hopefully I don't want to talk about that stuff. I just hope everybody's doing good out there, and to really go with that energy, letting that whatever stuff go that comes up, that old world mentality, the old world. It's because we're used to the reaction. We're grow up as babies into the world, and then the world says do this, do that. You gotta be like this, you gotta be like that, or believe this, or believe that, or whatever it is, and that's great. It's fine. We should all be sharing, but creating so many intense, solid structures around things that don't need them because of too much holding on, to it, and that's just because that's the reality of any duality, of an infinity, of a yin yang. It's going to go all the way to one side, and then it's going to come all the way, and it's going to cross. It's going to have to look at itself again in a mirror, whatever. It's going to be, how the infinity crosses, and yin and yang. There's always yin within the yang and yang within the yin. So, so the inner smile, it's like here, and I'll share it right here. We'll get it through now. Let's see, share screen. It's just a quick quote. But I think it pretty much nails it. It says, in ancient China, the Taoists taught that a constant inner smile to oneself ensured health, happiness, and longevity. Why? Smiling to yourself is like basking in love. You become your own best friend. Living with an inner smile is to live in harmony with yourself. And that is Mantak Chia right there, who, let me stop sharing so it doesn't, who's taught, Tai Chi and Grandmaster, he's a Grandmaster and all these different things. So the inner smile, when you practice it, it becomes really easy. I don't know, for me, and it's inner. So instead of the idea is, if you're smiling physically, you have to stop, right? Like if you're laughing and then your cheeks start to hurt, right? You're expending energy to lift the cheeks to, maintain the physical, and eventually you have to stop. But and then there's another type of smiling which happens in like the thymus, something, the lower part of the brain, the thigh, some part there, and there's like 3 smilings they have. So the third being where it doesn't, well, and I think the second one doesn't require the same use, so it's more of like an internal. So they call it the inner smile. And when you smile, you learn to do that to your organs, to your brain, to your, let you, so you start, say, at your crown or your third eye. You can start at your mid eyebrow and just let it relax, let your whole face relax, all this stuff, and then you start smiling. And the reason this is so effective is just like he says. And when you learn to do it and apply it, you'll be able to change, like, in any situation like that. Because no matter what's happening and no matter who says what, even if you're saying what and this and what, you remind yourself, oh, like, I love you, lungs. I love you, heart, liver, kidneys. Wait, no, I love you, right? And so it's just like the idea of the water, Dr. Emoto. You tell it, and then it will, respond. Once we, as people, we start, talking to our bodies more. It's just like we talk to plants or we talk to anything. Talking to ourselves, talking to each other. We raise the vibration just by doing that. So the inner smile as a practice it's an inner meditation where, very simple, in any moment, no matter where you're at, all you have to do is turn that on. And I think I talked about this. Hey, Tina, love you, girl. Like when I would be working and I'd walk into the store, and I just have so much heart expansion, like just so much, like, and I'm working there anyways. Smile, hey, how's it going? Anyways, but just talking with people, whatever happens, and then feeling, the environment where it's like, oh, it's kind of, we feel it's that empathic stuff. So it's knowing that, all that stuff is all of that stuff. And then what's your stuff, and then as soon as you think like, well, I love you, lungs. Thank you. I love you, right? So whatever fear, like, so if you're talking to somebody, or if you're about to do something, or if you're jumping off a cliff, you're gonna hop into the water. If you tune into that love frequency, go for it. No. But it'll override whatever negative, anything that happens, and that's kind of, so it's like this inner smile. So for me, working, it's like my outer smile. I'd like, but then internally I could just feel, just so much heart expansion, just like, oh my gosh, like I just want to charge and free everybody or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, let everybody know how great everything is, how wonderful life really is, instead of worrying about all the stuff that I'm always trying to pick at with people, which I apologize for picking at things. But it's how I see the way to help, because I see it, and like, how long do we keep going, right? So, and how many of us know, okay, so then, like, now that we're there, let's go to work, let's start building stuff, let's start bringing this energetic vibration out into the world. Is essentially what has to happen first, right? Because it won't happen if the energy isn't there. So we can think about, that's why anybody can think about it all the time, but reaching out and touch somebody, right? Reach out and say, hey, how's it going? And that's really what does it, right? Like, everybody knows what's the power of a smile, or the power of a phone call, or the, and this and that kind of stuff. And that's great, because it helps people feel, more inclusive in the whole, and as people realize, we already are, and you have to do what you got to do to create what you got to create. And I don't know what to say, we all got to follow our own paths, and we do that with that love, with that light. Like, we're going to find it's all going to work that way. We're going to find where we're supposed to go, who we're supposed to be, we're going to get over this, we're going to get over that, we're going to come back to love. But it's, having so much fear, or having so much worry or doubt, it just weighs on people. And at times like this, when the lion is roaring, that's either gonna put fear in you. It's actually a thing to was it rats or mice or somebody, where if a lion would roar, the vibration was so powerful it would kill the rat. Like, it would fear lock it. It would, like, have a heart attack or something. I forget the exact, but like, I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure it was a reputable. I mean, it makes sense, to me, that's a possible thing with the way we all feel so many vibrations, and all this. So It's really whatever's happening out there. You flip that inner smile on, boom, boom. But so the more we vibrate, more we resonate. I love the Lionsgate. Yeah, exactly. I'm talking to Charlotte. Oh my God, yeah. See, there you go. That's what it is. I know. It's like I can hear them talking back. I can hear. It's like, you need water? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, like I'm sitting outside. I'm in the chair, and then all of a sudden the veggies yell at me, "Hey, like, I could just a sip. It's like 115 degrees out today. It's like we don't want to overwater, but it's getting pretty dry over here. I've been sweating for 115, so it's funny. But yeah, yeah, we're excited for that. We're gonna plant more too, and yeah, Lionsgate. Oh my gosh, right? Like, cause I came out with it. What was it, last week when I was a week before that, where you know we get just go with the love. Just we're all such powerful beings, and it's our choice every single moment what we want to feel, what we want to do, what we want, and paying more attention to that allows you to know if your bubble bounces off another bubble or integrates with another bubble, like all these things. Like, it's energy. It's not just like, oh, what do you like, what's your favorite color? Blue. Me too. Yes, high five. I mean, hey, let's high five. I'm always down for high five. But that's not, it's not just mental or something like that, which, again, why do you like blue? The way it makes me feel. Okay, now we're getting off time. Getting into all this stuff, and it's so much fun, like figuring. It's like when we all figured out or started reading a horoscope or something, or it's like, was it not like, whoa? At the very least, whether you ended up believing in it or not, I think everybody's read a horoscope, and even the biggest cynic of them all, part of them is still going like, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, it made sense, but nah, I don't know. They might not admit it, right? Oh, let me get some water. I just burnt some sage, and then I realized I don't want to be loud. Well, I mean, I'm already loud, but I didn't want it to go out the window, so got a little sage still here in the room. I'm breathing in. Lionsgate. Yeah, right. Okay, good. So if you guys haven't been here yet, Judgment, Sun, Strength, Lion. Ha ha. He's yawning. Like I say, he's not, doesn't look like he's roaring. He's yawning, and the crow's standing on his nose. And then he's got flowers, a flower hula, or was it thing, right? And then 10 of cups. So is that 10? That's an X, right? Okay. So it's an outlook looks good. If I had a magic 8-ball, how's it gonna go? Be like, outlook looks good. Remember those things? I wonder if we could use those. Oh, and that's what else came too, is the importance of using the tools, right? Some people, like, even me, like, I'll say, oh, the power of your mind, this does everything, and it's totally true. That's really but the idea of, like a tarot card, or like, you burn in sage, or, or Palo Santos or whatever, they're aids, because then, in order to transmute and do all this stuff with the body, use up the body. It can be, you tax the body. You have to sleep, have to rest, have to meditate, have to do something, right? So they're all meant to help that assistance. So, like, you want to come home and relax, and you don't want to have to do all the clearing and then this and this. You can just sage, and that'll stuff like that. So all of this, everything is a tool. Was what was coming, and everything that we use, however we use it, you can use your lungs for good or for bad. You could use your throat chakra, this chakra, that chakra, right? And it's a lot of information, I believe. So it's really cool. What I like is watching how everybody's growing and how everybody's getting into that, and where they're, I kind of mentioned, I think in the beginning, for a big part, political people start to wake up to something, and then medical people, military people, financial people, whatever, we'll all start to kind of put this whole thing together. So we got a little bit of time, but because the openings are there, because it's all like it might come pretty fast. That's why I keep getting that all the time. It depends on your timeline, depends on how fast you want to go. But if your ultimate goal is set, it's yeah, yeah. And that's why, the more of us, again, the vibration, right? The sharing, the connecting, it's raising the vibration of the place, right? It's your vibration that decides. That's why it's not like necessary, like, oh, I've been sitting and thinking about wonderful things, thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. Eventually, um, you have to embody it. So, like, not like meditation doesn't help you do that too, but living it out, like I was saying on the last video, right? Grounding, that kind of stuff, making it physical, taking your time to create whatever it is in your reality, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, astral, just people coming into working, or channeling, whatever, talking to energies and other beings. It's a process. You have to, first of all, you got to just believe it's there, and second of all, create your your outline or whatever of what you want to do, how you want to do it, and then just trust, let go, and believe in everybody will feel great. Everybody will be fine as soon as we can all kind of slow down, connect to that universal love, right? Hey G, how's it going? Yeah, it's just really cool today. We got a lot of there's like a lot of there's just so much fire, and it's got to settle. It's going to be settling. It's good. It's still we're not out of it yet, so we got a day. So let's see what the guys have to say. The spirit of the woo is what's coming out. That's why all the craziness too, right? That's what you want them to say is okay. Well, not because of craziness. You know me. I translate how I translate. What was a meme I saw? It was hilarious. The guy stood up at court. Did I say, he's like, first off, I'd like to say that apologize because I can't speak a full sentence without swearing or something. It's like, I know I got to work on that. I'm sorry. But, that because it's the woo, it's the spirit of the woo, it's the lion's gate of the woo. It's like what people right now, what's happening, what's going on, everything's, crazy. And that's the thing. It's not to people who have kind of been seeing it happen, for a while and understand it's always crazy to people who, haven't researched all the stuff, or haven't put all the pieces together. And hey, there's a lot of pieces I haven't put together, right? How are we all going to do that? But that's what's coming out. It's the spirit of the lion, the spirit of the what's reality, what's truth, what's what's happening here, what's happening there. I wanted to do crystal so we can get a crystal card. Everybody's good out there, because just seeing, how do we say it? Moving forward with grace and strength. I got the strength card. Let's just say that, put it that way. And power, strength, power, grace, and that inner smile, guys. Like, I can't, seriously, like, I can't even tell you guys enough. I'm going to do some meditations on that. I'm going to put a lot of things together. It's probably stuff you could find on YouTube. But I'd like to guide through that. Nice. We got Sapphire, baby. The blue, easy does it. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. There you go. See ya. And what's on the bottom? Rubelite, passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. There you go. I think that's what everybody's doing, as we all keep stepping into all this, right? There's a lot of things to transmute. There's a lot of things to focus on and to integrate into on a physical, mental, emotionals, all of that stuff. I mean, I can't say it enough. So really just, I don't know. I don't feel too much else, we had the Lion's Gate and everything going on for a while, so just seeing what the spirit of the woo is supposed to be about. It's the moment you realize that connection to whatever it is lies in the spirit, lies in more than just what it was or what it is, which is the process, the journey of enlightenment, which constantly keeps going. Uh, and yet, oftentimes, we feel like, there's end results, or it's, if I do this, yeah, it'll get you, don't stop, don't, but that it doesn't mean it's been figured out, and I think that was coming up too, is the idea we have teachers out, or we have all these things out there, do this, do that, like I was thinking of like people who have big real estate, they're millionaire billionaire people, they own all this real estate, they don't come out with you'll see them, this is how you get into real estate, this is how you do this is how you do that. And I think to myself, like, well, how about you just loan me 300 grand and then I'll buy it and then I'll pay you back in the next 5 years. Like, I don't, so there's a lot of things out there where there's people who want to help, and then there's, I don't want to say people just trying to make money, because I still think that it's all connected. I like to think of the new economy as all of the new stuff supporting the new stuff, right? I mean, in just in a general sense, like going green, or whatever you think about it, but just like doing something that's better for the environment. The money is not going into it. That's why we don't have a lot of this. So as we become more aware, as you guys, this is what's going to allow access for the technologies to be brought to be used, is as the realizations come, and then the right people start working on it in the right positions, or they start, they go for it. We're gonna as soon as we get the director of water says, okay, cool, new technologies, yeah, I know about it, come on, let's go, then we're gonna be good to go, and nobody else is. But there's still a big system, a lot of people coming into this too. And it's great because there's everybody, billionaires are doing it too. And that's the whole point, is really what we're moving into and what we're creating. And there you go, Lionsgate. What's the new, what's to come from all of the things that have transpired up until this point. What is it that because that's always the case. It's not just now. Again, it's not final, right? Like, it keeps moving. So tomorrow you want to say the same thing. The next day you want to say the same thing. And maintaining a smile throughout it all. It's more powerful than you think. If you learn to smile inside yourself, take a moment, just center, don't think of nothing real quick, and then just like smile in your head first. Like, tell your brain, be like, all right, I'm gonna smile. So like we said, there's 3 different parts you can smile from. There's physical, then there's the one part of the lower brain. So it can start it there, right? That's why it feels like it's the mid eyebrow. Like your third eye kind of opens, and let your third eye expand out, and then feel your eyebrows just like stretch out to the sides, right? And then the energy will run down your face, right? And then you just keep smiling. So for example, if you're doing an exercise even, and you're trying to push past a certain point, and you're just, and you're going hard, smile to it, smile to it, smile to it. You'll immediately get a rush of chi that will go right to those muscles as you're, working out, lifting weights, doing whatever. You'll feel it immediately. That's why I say, like, it's in any and every moment of your life. Like, everything. If you're using your body, if you're using your mind, smile right now, smile. I've been sitting at work all day, my side's stiff. That doesn't mean, I need to fix it, correct it. I need to get a brace, and and hey, some cases maybe okay, but smile to it. It's your body. You know what I mean? Smile. Say, dude, you killing it all day today, helping us, making us survive, and give it the love, give it the attention that it needs. And a lot of times things like that are overlooked, right? Because we have so many distractions. Yeah. Okay. Well, we know about the distractions, like rubbing your feet, right? When you're sitting at home on the couch at the end of the day, rub your feet. Like, seriously, just start rubbing both feet. with just do it. Like it's gonna. Have you ever seen that stuff where you put like whatever on the bottom of your feet, charcoal or Vaseline or Vicks, right? And then put a sock on when you go to sleep. And then in the morning, like all the toxins get drained out of your feet and everything. That's the grounding. That's the rooting, putting all that back into the earth. Because it's a circle. It's a circle. Again, it doesn't end. It keeps going, right? And it's actually not a circle, just a circle, because that's not a box, but it's a complete system. It's actually a wave. It's a you've seen the spirals. It's a spiral. It's like a slinky, right? It keeps going. Excuse me. I can still smell the sage. Rubbing feet, yeah. Ground yourself, yeah, totally. And all kinds of stuff too. I want to put together that. I'm putting together a list of all of the really the the they're like self massages. They're called basically Tuina self massage. You can look that up. TUINA-NA or something like that. There's a bunch of different massages you can do for the body. Tapping the kidneys, and you always want to rub your belly. And rub it in from right up. Left down in that direction, and then you have 12 meridian point or 16 different meridian points that go to the top of your head. So you want to scrape back as often as you can and then throw out of your neck. And then there's all kinds of different things. Energy fingers, you can do those. And then just shaking, dancing like they always say, but just shaking your body around, getting your chi flow, right? If it's like your water, right? If we're 70% water, if there's no wind, there's no current, then nothing can live. Everything just sits there, dies, or so it's all elements too. That's what's so cool about it. So much coming in. Oh my gosh, guys, so much coming in the ground. It's going to be a lot of fun. Focus on the fun, and that's why I said wherever you're at, just turn your smile switch on. Start it right here, right? Like, forget everything else. I need to smile, right? Nobody even needs to know you do it. After a while, you'll feel because you can feel energy. You'll get a ping off somebody or something, whatever, heat up or, anxiety, or, you'll feel like the shock or the vibration, something low, high, whatever, but, and then as soon as you just smile and the chi will rush into whatever part of your body. It rushes right in. It's pretty amazing how simple creation, can be and is, and how much we are as people trying to figure it out and getting way off in some cases. I know. I'm sorry. I'm always joking. I'm always teasing everybody because I want to bring us all back. I want to bring it all back. To where we're just hanging out. That's it. And then we're creating magic. We're learning to use elements like this, and we're doing all the magic. We got to bring that back. I think I had to be like a scribe or like a something. Like there's I have to experience by doing. I have to. Right. But then I love figuring out certain things. Oh, I don't know. I just love it. I don't want to jump into all my insights on those, but yeah, what are we going to talk about? No, we don't need to. It's like that's who you are. That's how you are. That's where you come from. That's what That's right. Easy. So it's easy. That's what I'm saying. It's easy, but making a practice. That's really what this is. Take all this wonderful Lionsgate energy and just, oh my gosh, love the world. That's all it is. Because that's what everybody wants to do. That's what we're all doing. That's all we got to do. It's like I don't even want to pull cards anymore. Naturally self-massage is habit. Yeah. That's all you got to do. And then, there's the one pressure point here, on your, how's my hand look, right there. Just push on that. And then this one here, where your heartbeat, where you can feel a heartbeat, just push, massage on that. The one right in the middle, your lao gong, push on that one. And then What's the other one? There's a lot of them. But yeah, like if you do those three, like it's good for your liver, good for your heart, just pushing on this one, or like stomach, because you map out the hand, right? And so I think like what the base, this is your, I don't know. I think intestines go along the side though, and then go up or something. And then I forget. So I mean, all these things that like we learn. And then to apply them all the time, to put the one map to where we got it all, and then it's like, okay, we can take full complete care of ourselves, everything, all the stuff, all the things. You're choosing what you want to eat, you're choosing what time you go to bed, you're choosing, as much as you can, you know what I mean? Like, that's it, lights out, it's 6:30, lights out, the sun's still up. I said we're going to bed. Right? But do what you can. And the little things like that, right? Like, so no matter what happens outside, it's as long as you take care of your inside, no matter where you go. That's why you see the monks walking around still in the robes. Their hands are, clasped like that. They're just holding their hands behind their back, in front, whatever, and they're just walking. And usually, what they're doing is they have their hands over their lower dantian. That's what it is. When you see them like walking, and their hands are kind of like this, but lower. It's by their lower dantian, and they walk slow, and in the slow walk. So there's 10 points on your feet of grounding. That's Tai Chi, right? So it's the heel, the side of the foot, it's two, and then the big toe, or every single knuckle there, or no, wait, the big knuckle, the little knuckle, five. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm like, I'm not thinking another one for some reason now, but it's all on your feet. So, and stubbing your toe. Be careful if you stub your toe. Oh, nice car show. Nice. Blue trucks. Get all the blue trucks. Yeah. No, we went to the park the other day. I wish I should like start doing slideshows or something, pictures. Um, but yeah, it was really nice. We fed the ducks. There's a mama duck, mama swan. Um, she's big old chubby. We think she might be preggers. Um, what you guys doing? What you guys doing? Wish me and do. Yeah, totally. Yep. And then one day it will happen. It will be real, right? And that's what's real. It's once the more and more you connect to like the non-physical, right? The more it that's real too. It all becomes like the concept, like, oh, spirit, is watching down on you, and it's like that's just right. As soon as we start seeing from there too, we'll be doing the same thing. If you will, if you haven't already, I still have my experiences, right? Um, as we're growing and stepping into this and integrating and doing all the stuff we got to do. So very important, I would say, with this line. Yeah, very important. The spirit of the Wu. Don't forget that which animates you, right? That's what it's all about. Because that's the only thing you need to ask a question to, or for, if you will, like how we explain it. It's like, that's your guiding light, call it, if you will. Trying to think of how else to put it, but that was good. That was okay. That was okay. Swans, yeah, total swan. She's a chunk. We thought she was Ma's mom. She's like, she says, she's like, I think she's injured, and I kind of felt that way too by the way she was walking. It looked like it, and then we were throwing bread out, and then as soon as she finally got up, she's like, "Don't make her walk far. Don't make her walk far." Trying not to hit him, but put it right by her face. And then so she starts walking over some of them, and I was just like, okay, yeah, no, that's like, she's got chunk alongs like on the side, like her legs are in there, but she's got chunk, like you probably only see halfway up her leg because it's like I was like, no, that's just her moving her body. We're worried she was hurt, but she's okay. So and that's why we're thinking preggers too. She might be, and she ate up that bread. Whoo, she ate it all. There's 4 of them. 2 of them didn't have a single one, and then the other guy was grabbing some. The other one probably her babies. I don't know if they're all her babies, but yeah, all 3 of them. One of them was just eating. And she was like, man, I need food, get away. So it's funny. Pretty sure she's pregnant, pretty sure. But who knows, And that's what I got right off the bat. But thank you, Spirit. Right? So much fun. Just doing little things like that. That's what we're all living for. So the Lionsgate, not just what, is like the greatest. I'm gonna tease all the Leos. I'm gonna tease the Lions. It's not what's the greatest, but it is. It's the greatest, right? But in all the little and anything and everything, right? It's the greatest realization when you an experience when you learn that you can change the way you feel, when you can smile, the inner smile, when you can do a movement and then you can focus and you can rush a whole bunch of happy chi, right? Like, oh, lower back pain, I've been working all day, right? Or sitting there, rush the chi, just go stretch. We can do so much. And that's my hope for humanity, is that everybody realizes how powerful, we all are. As I keep learning all the time, as we all keep learning, as we all, we all start sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. But no, yeah, then too, I mean, like I always say, just letting it, Lionsgate, a lot of things got to come out. We got to let them come out. We got to let, if there's anything I've experienced a lot of is, let's say, just talking about things, and then everybody's good. You know what I mean? Because I do a lot of that anyway. So and we all do really. But it's funny. A lot of people talk and then they get mad out there nowadays. I don't know. So I say, having a safe space, letting it out, being honest with yourself, if you will, right? Because that's because that's then they try to demonize that, and it's like, no, look at how oppressed people have felt for such a long time, and not just like they felt that way because they wanted to, It's like, it's all a process, guys. That's why it's gonna get so much, it may get a little more crazier, intense, heavier, is because so much of that has just not been transmuted, whether it's from the outside or the inside. I think that's one of the greatest things about all the information that we have with the internet, yeah, because now we can share all that stuff with each other. People can find what really resonates with them, and it's not about changing someone's idea of what they need to do or telling people. It's just about sharing, like what you do, what you experience. I think that's where, yeah, and that's because it happens. They try to manipulate everything. Who's they? I don't know. If you don't know, then you don't know. It's like, it's a lot of this, like that's why I always say half the problems you think you got, you don't even have, especially if we're walking in our spirit and our truth and this and that, we're always going to be provided for. We're always going to be, doesn't mean more, doesn't mean less, doesn't mean, it's just doing that, finding the best way to do that for yourself and everyone else. And that's why I say, when you apply that little inner smile trick, it's really easy, guys. Like, sorry, I'm picking my eye. There's really not a lot to explain about it, but it's, once you do it, and I say understand, you'll feel more. Once you do it, you'll understand more. You'll feel the energy move through your body, things like this. And that's really what a lot of, it would fix so many things for people, just really getting in tune. That's the whole idea of grounding. What's the earth in your body? I mean, it's the stomach, and the pancreas and the spleen, really, organs, if you want to think of that, but it's your body, right? What's the densest part of you, besides, like, I don't know if it's like your brain, your heart, I don't like that, but your whole body, your skin, this is your earth, everything that you're, whatever. So you can ground inside your body, getting out in nature, totally, it's like why even working out, you put on a workout video, you're at home and you just start working out or something, right? And then you feel more grounded, right? And it's just because you got into your body again in that flow. A lot of times, we got pills or we got medicines for everything, so, and it's good to use them all as tools. Just, I suggest natural as much as you can. Natural. Ew, muggy. Oh my God. And it's 90. Oh no, that's two different ones. Okay. What is it? Yo, no. That's crazy. No, it's actually really cool out here. Considering we had 2 nice days. 3, it's still kind of nice out. We had a flash flood warning. That was crazy. I was cracking up because I've been hearing about it, and then it was sunny all day long. Sunny as could be. Cloud, no, not like barely cloud in the sky. I was like, flash flood for what? And then I clicked on it. It was a completely different county. I don't even know what happened with that. All right, guys, let's get into the cards. Let's talk about what we all need to do to come together. Come together. All right. Let's see. Who are you? Oh. All right. These guys just been yelling at me. I'm gonna go there first. I'm gonna do Odin today. Odin, you're taking a break today. The Sacred Traveler. The Sacred Traveler cards. Excuse me. All right, cool. Let's do a Sacred Traveler real quick. See where we're at. See what everybody's going to be doing. And that's the thing too. Once you start to get into the astrology of all of this and everything, and it all just kind of settles in. I want to say astrology, the flow, that ebbs and flows, and why is it happening like this? Well, it's the Lion's Gate, duh. Right? And you don't need to be a science expert to kind of show that. Although we could measure the energies of every single season, but or just like the whole year, and then every time Lionsgate like shoots it, measure the magnetic, electric, all different. Let's see what we're doing for the week. Coming up ahead for the week. We already got strength. We already had the judgment. There's judgment, the sun, strength, and 10 of cups, right? So it's seeing through, walking through, getting through, seeing your way through, being, through what's coming, right? No matter what it is, right? This for the collective, or I feel like this for the spiritual community. So there you go right here. There you go. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. That's it. I love that. Because that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Might not, right? Like there might be a lot of other stuff to do. And then what is it? Root chakra and sacral, right? Passion and pleasure. There you go. That's your sacral. Savoring your life. Every moment you can. Stop getting into all these systems and worrying about this and worrying about that, and you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to. That's me making excuses for being lazy, right? That's what I tell Spirit. I say, I say, if we're here to bring the love, Why is everybody arguing all the time? Can't we? Like the importance of just relaxing. It's so important. It's so important because even a lot of people, right? A lot of people who relax, to the idea of like, you know, I don't know, like, watching like an intense movie, let's say, right? Like, yeah, you're relaxing on the couch, but your brain's like processing and like you're getting excited and you're, and so really putting it all that quiet, not doing anything, and because there's a whole inner world in here, guys. There's a whole inner world in here, and there's stuff going on all the time inside. And it's freaking amazing. So we just gotta listen. There's a million ways to do to find peace. There's a million ways to exercise. There's a million ways to do everything. I mean, here, let's go here. Let's go here. I'm about to drop it like it's hot. Yeah, I feel some reason. I think, yeah, are these Lyrans too? The Galactic Heritage are into this one. Thank you so much for this gift of the Galactic Heritage. Talk to so many energies, It's good to, again, tools. These are tools. Let's see how we're doing for the week coming up for the spirit of the Wu. The spirit of the Wu is in Lionsgate. So for the collective coming up. The collective. The reason is you. Okay, Jesus. That's only two. That wasn't too bad. Okay, first one out. Self-observance. 67, number 11, Lyra in the future. Coming from the future. The future you, self-observant. Look, he's looking at his old self, the old box, all the rules he wrote down for himself in life and whatever. And then he's like, right here, is that him breaking out? Yeah, because if you look at his face, he's like, what is on there? But it's all the same color, right? But it's the future. So, okay, let's go. What else? Let's see. I'll tell the story. Light of awareness. I feel like we got this one like last week. Orion Light, future. We got future cards coming in. 6 is light of awareness, right? With the self-observance. Like I was saying earlier, that one thing that you just ask that's like, I mean? Everything else out there, everybody's saying you're rude, you're not rude, you should be like this, you should be like that. We're just, it's just like, no, you can do whatever you want, but so let's try to share some love. Let's try to share some understanding, some compassion, some helpfulness for the world, in whatever way that you can. And you don't expect anything back, because that's, it's how you give, right? So you can give however you want, like we say. And then the last one is unfinished business, serious, present. Look at, boom. It's a pair. What are they doing? Are they taking it out? Unfinished business. I don't know. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. It's like a camouflaged pear. He's on fire, but it's water, so it's hot because he's the juice. It's the pear juice, right? What's in the heart? It's the little pear juice fairy, and he's got another seed pot, and it has to do with unfinished business. I don't know. I have no idea what they were going for on that one. But again, it's just for the colors and the coat and the, you know what I mean? It's too funny. But this one, right? I got it. Observance, future. Orion Light, future again. Boom, boom. Is that coming out? So he took that out of his heart, and it's growing, right? He like cut out his heart candle so he could see it. I would say this would be reflecting, right? Inside, go inside, look at your heart, see what your passion is, the awareness. What is your awareness? Why are you even aware? And then, yeah, unfinished business, clean it up, whatever we got. We're doing it in the present. We got 1 day left for the Lionsgate. Unfinished business. Self-observe, light of awareness with light and unfinished business. And it could just mean you stepping into what you're going to do more, moving, maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be in the past, right? But it could have been left in the past and then something resurfaces, right? Because we got present, but we're moving into the future, which is actually really, really important. Because no matter what, again, we spend a lot of times as people justifying or trying to understand, even in the process of self-analyzing, which you should always be doing, or, self-reflection, all that, we're always going to run into something that, oh, could have done this better, could have done that better. It's, and that's a never-ending thing, right? Trying to justify, why did it happen? Why didn't I do this, or why didn't they do this, or why isn't it like, and so it's these never-ending spirals that just keep going and going and going and going and going throughout any people. It's not just, it doesn't have to be just humanity. It could be any beings anywhere. Let's do Odin. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I said Odin wasn't gonna, he's gonna hang to the side for today, but I'm gonna post him out real quick. And we just need to, share with each other. We just need to talk. We just need to say, hey, how many of us don't get it, need more light workers. Because, yeah. Pairs. Oh, yeah, dude. Have fun up to the car show. Yeah, bro. See ya. Breaking the old rules. Breaking the law. Was that Beavis and Butthead? It's a song. Yeah. Oh. Didn't they come out with a new movie? I grew up with them in the MTV. Yeah. So, oh my gosh. Check it out. That's all you need to. I said Odin was going to stay in the cards and wait. Okay, he's just going to take a step back today. And then I was like, all right, no, yeah, you want to come out? All right, which card? Odin, of course, Odin. What else? What else did you expect? I know. When we want to be powerful, hey, what card falls next? He's got is it like a? I wonder if it'll say more. He's coming out of like a volcano. It's like he's getting stuffed inside the earth. Oh, it's not his shoulder. It's a crow. So there's a crow there. Oh, so that's him. He's got scales. Read good old Odin. Oh, and then I flipped like right to him. Duality. The most powerful of the Norse gods. He is the ruler of Asgard and husband of Frigg. Odin understands the 9 realms and the true nature of humankind, for whom earthbound experience is measured through the duality of good and evil, right and wrong. The duality is what prevents us from finding inner peace. Odin wanders betwixt and between the 9 realms. He believes in the truth inherent in each person's soul. This card is about picking a side, and Odin's belief is that it is best to be centered, standing in the middle and choosing observation over judgment. Go within and find your center. Release your attachments to either side. Meditate. You will discover the journey you long for is within. That's very, very apt, Odin. And I think this is very important to note, because that's the whole concept of going within, and there's a whole world in there. And what you'll realize, like the inner smile, what did he say? You smile to yourself. You realize, you become your own best friend again. You if you will, right, or whatever it said like that. So once you realize all those wonders that you've always are in awe of or inspired by, they're all inside of you. And it's only your mind that's like allowing it to be what you've always wanted it to be. And it could be versus what it's maybe been in other situations that you've seen before, or experienced, So it's once you know, like, oh, I'm looking for company, and then you realize like you're your best company because you're you. No one else in the world could give you better company than yourself. It just wouldn't happen. Like on a 24-hour basis, like on a, we can all give each other, wonderful times and wonderful company. And there's nothing like having, friend with you, but you know what I mean? But, once, like, all of those thoughts like that I just described, right? You like, they're all, and then what's the answer to all of that? It's up to you. What's your answer? Your answer is peace, happiness, joy, comfort. So then all those thoughts, you discard them all, whatever, and then you get to your answer within yourself. It's a way of explaining it. uh, you're your own everything, and you're so many more things. And there's other things out there that are part you and part this and part that, right? But we have this chance to focalize it into an individual as whatever visualization, individuality, um, and to learn to become part of the whole that we're a part of. That's a big thing. That's I think a big that's that surrender part of it all. I'll make a video. Should we do a video on like whole surrender? No. You know, and like it's not about you, but it is about you, but it's not about you, but it's about you, but it's not about, so yeah. you know, and that's where, again, that's where I jump, that's where I hop off and go for a swim or something. Like I'm out, like I don't know, there's too many, service to self, service to others. Okay, well, I mean, okay, wait. That was too much fun. Hey Jay, what's going on, man? Blahala. Blahala, Norse. Nice, I like it. It came out blah. Did you mean Valhalla? Valhalla. Oh man. Yeah, we had Odin. That was cool. You guys chatting. Oh man, no, you gotta love your own company. Because you know what you want to do better than anybody else. You know what food you want, that your body wants right now better than anybody else, right? Well, what's the saying? If what does it say about the company you keep if when you're by yourself, you don't feel good, or whatever. It's like, um, you know that's why I'm always saying being outside, outdoors, out in nature, just that's my favorite place in the world. you know but then it's always, oh, what are you doing? You just like going out, walking around the woods. So it's like, okay. Everything's this or that, and it's all in here. It's all from whatever, how many things we project onto things that it's like we want to experience everything brand new, right? All right, we'll do that. Wake up in the morning and go like, it's the first day of my life, or something, and then try to actually do it. And again, it's not bad or good. It's just there's so many things to naturally catch up within ourselves that's why I say that inner smile. I'll put that in the comments. I talked about that in this, but yeah, it really works. It's really easy. Just smile to your body when if you get like a gut feeling, and it's like you're ill. I don't, smile to it right away, and it'll change the way it feels. You already got your signal, so go with that. But then you can change. You don't want the idea of holding on, inside our bodies, and then it's not good for our body. So yeah. Oh my gosh, blab. Like to blab. We could talk about a lot of this stuff. Yeah, no, exactly. It's about the whole. I agree, G. It's about the whole. You're part of the whole. We're all part of the whole. So it's about all of us. It's not about one or the other, or or none of the above, or, it's, what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I probably said it wrong there. And I know that too. Thanks for the correction. No, and Chuck, because yeah, when you got kiddos, right, right. But that's what I mean. It changed, right, right. You want to do everything you can until you need ma time. You need me time. What if let's say for, example, we all, like, our kids got it somehow, right? Like, they were older, they understood what it's like being a parent, but what I mean? They'd give you more, time. So if there was more awareness, I mean, it's all relative, you know what I mean? But getting hooked in, like, one thing or another, because a lot of times, burn yourself out. And if you have to, you have to. Hey, don't get me wrong, I don't have kids, I can't say anything about it. I'm not speaking from experience or expertise. I'm just trying to pull in whatever, point, to that, it's that we all need our time, your time, because some people's me time is, like I say, like, I love going hiking. I would love for anybody to come with, you know what I mean? But then or if I'm meditating, that's my me time, right? I can meditate with other people, sure, cool, but that's still me. It's in me, so it's like that reflection all the time. Like, what is the me? It's the I that you're identifying with, right? Well, you have you still, even if you just identify with your soul, right? We all have different souls. So you're still your soul, and the being that you are, right? It's still, like, so, and that's where it comes into achieving and experiencing, expressing your true shining in nature and everything you can. You have to, that comes from you. That's the you part. That's I'm sorry, guys, I need to go for a walk for an hour. I can't hang out with you right now or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's an okay thing. And I think, like, everybody's arguing about how to figure, what's, I don't know. Again, I like to think that I got it figured out, and I know I'm just learning too, so, but I feel like, I'm pretty sure that's where all the confusion comes from. It says the further out you go from the way it is, to create more, you gotta, that's the ground. You gotta, do you have the resources? Do you have the materials? Do you have, what I mean? Like, so it's we can think in this belief in the psychological warfare and all the religion, all the thoughts, all the financial experts that are actually, like, yes, more about mortgage loans than I do, whatever, it's like, and that's how it works in the system. I know, I'm trying to talk about the whole system, right? Like, so we all gotta, that's why I feel like, once we all stop worrying about ourselves, or worrying so much about other, not like we don't worry, but you know what I mean? Like, we don't take it into all these things, and you realize, like, because you have the power inside you to heal yourself, right? But of course, you know we got to share, so we all know how to do, and that we can do stuff like that. So shout out to everybody who does anything, any expert. Shout out, I love all you experts. I love everybody, because I've read all of your guys's, I don't know, call experts, whatever it is, right? But that's the thing too. Anybody who's gone through life, who has a story to share, to tell, we all have something to, you know, learn from each other. And it doesn't require, you know, tons of knowledge, but the more knowledge you have, the better. Knowledge is power, right? All that stuff. And again, it's all describing the way it works in this current system, right? If we were in another system, a lot of this stuff would make more sense to people and be easier to get there, and for other people to see it and maybe start creating a lot more of these things faster. Right. But there's too many things to believe. That's why, I don't know. I'm not picking on, right, I already done enough picking on things, Lionsgate. And, or people feel, right, like I'm air sign. So that's like where I, see a lot of that. If I was an earth sign, right, thinking of Taurus people I've met, right, or Capricorns, all, then it sort of becomes well, what is there to do, or what, it becomes like a lack, like, because it's yin and yang. So it's like, it's always realizing the balance. Like, it's not that none of it isn't true, but it is true. But you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it is now. It's a present moment. That's why I say it's all about the present. Everybody, we all say it. That's why it said present moment, is where we're at here and now. And if you want to be somewhere else in the future, right, then do something other than what you've been doing. Simple as that, right? Simple as that. Take all those sayings and just put it into like one paragraph or something. We could do that. And yeah, I mean, and to you, I haven't read what you guys been saying, so I'm keep blabbing. But like, if you have kiddos, yeah, that's a whole nother level, of you know, angel fish. Hey, angel fishy. Yeah, that's a good call, Jay. Go love someone that's hard to love. Watch out how much you grow. I love that. Yeah, I used to say, or I've said before. I don't know. It was something. Yeah, that's how beautiful it is, right? Like we all want to experience the greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Well, what if you have to love somebody that you don't like, or what if you know what I mean? The greatest love is going all the way down to the bottom, to the depths, and then loving from there, because you'll realize more than it's easy, we love each so yeah, good call out. Like, I forgot how I said it. I don't know, when I started doing videos, I remember talking about that and stuff a couple years ago. Love the unlovable. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. I'm with you, G. Yeah, I have no clue how to be of the system, right? It doesn't smell good, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't taste good, it doesn't look good, it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, and then, so on the flip side, I could sit there and like sit on the grass and stare at a flower, and it smells good, it looks good, it feels good. I don't know when and how we got confused on these things, my point, right? So, shout out me growing up, as a guy being, all empathic and sensitive, it's too funny, man. Like, it's like a no brainer. I don't know. I'm not like, remove the ego. There's so much, with the masculine to anybody, it's out there. But again, it's like, it doesn't mean there's more, because we're in balance. Place wouldn't be here. Like, if we were off balance, it'd be just okay. But there's a lot of love out here too. So we just gotta get that going. Oh my gosh, so funny. Yeah, do neck exercise. Do this. You want to let go of your neck, so like it just falls as it goes around your head. Because a lot of times we'll push it. When we're doing our neck stretches, you just want to let it like fall, like kind of stand at the center of your gravity and just let it go real smooth. It lets the chi flow a lot better than other things. That's been my favorite neck stretching type thing that I've experienced. Um, well, it's only been a couple days, and it just happened over what span of a week recently, girl. So just go with love. We got you. Whatever needs to be done. That's what we came to do. So it's like, I don't even know half of how I'm doing it, but I like to think I am. It's like, because the more you learn, the more you learn you don't know. Oh, okay, right. I remember when it was all amazing or whatever, and getting into all this, and then you get into it and now you got to apply it on. You're just like, oh, okay, let's go, grounding, let's go. Earth, we gotta bring the earth vibrations. It's too funny. Yeah. Oof. Oh, then I wonder, okay. I have to go into it. It's got to drain. It's got to drain one way or another. That's why smile. Smile. Right now, it's perfect time to practice it. Right? you'll feel the shift in energy. Don't smile internally, like it's a cellular smile, you know. Um, and you'll feel the energy shift, and that's what we do. We build more and more and more of the good, good, good. Smile more, laugh more, right? Love more, no matter what happens, no matter what you say. Come from your heart, you know. Because again, yeah, I've said this how many times on the show. You know, it's almost too difficult to say the perfect thing in every situation, uh, and or to think that you even know right what that is. What if you have to raise your voice? I mean, we should never have to do that, right? But that's where the grounding and the practical comes in. I mean, say don't do it as often as you can. It's like if you got kiddos, you know, and they're just running amok, and you're just like, listen, can you just sit quietly, you know, like meditate with me for a second, you know, and he gets out, I'm gonna meditate now, you know, so I'm gonna tie you up, put you in a chair, and force you to meditate. You know? So it's like, you know, where's all this, like, but there's all this constant, you know, social issue, like, you're wrong for this, you're wrong for that. I mean, yeah, listen, hey, come on, you know, you're right, you're wrong, sure, why not? Like, that's my answer for everything. And nowadays, it doesn't matter what the question is, sure, why not? You know, hey, how you been? Sure, why not? You know, oh, was that, you know, what'd you do yesterday? Sure, why not? That's okay. You know? Whatever you guys want to do, I at this point, you know. Like, if you guys want to come over here and hang out, we can do that too. But you know, it's all good. Like, I think it's funny. Like, and it's so like life is so much fun to play with, and people only get offended when they stop playing, and then we gotta stop doing that. But life is serious. We know it's as serious as you want to make it. It's as serious as your human can attach to empower and empower emotions that are going to make you feel however you want. You're not wrong for, you know, seeing something the way it is, thinking something about it, thinking, you know, and we always have to have a positive, you know, outlook and spin, right? Because it's all happening for a reason. It's all a process that we as the oneness, as wholeness, right? We're having to, you know, all pieces of it. This is how fractal we can get when we go off and start learning too many things and too many systems and too many, you know. So if you go, right, you go and then you make like this religion, and then you got all the people from there, and then they go off and they do, then they're going to make another religion. Then it just keeps, you know, out, right? You just got to, what was I talking about? I forget. Just bringing it back home, bringing it back. There's too much people, too many fractals. Yeah, but it's like still, you know, even on the soul levels, it's just not too many, right? Like I'm not the person who says, oh, we need to reduce, you know, people. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that it's that's how the process of seeking something new and then coming around back home is. And I think that a lot of people just in this space and in this density for such a long time are ready for that coming back. That's why there's more seeking now than there ever has been, and why it's so important to, in my opinion, views, to unite the clans, and just get us all working together again. You know, but then that's like such a trigger word. You know how many spiritual groups, people out there, we're all part of a clan or something, you know. Yeah, I'm the dragon clan. You're not a dragon. Well, you know what, I don't care anymore then, because I'm done playing. Like, I don't play this game. I don't play this game anymore. But it's funny. That's why, I mean, we just keep playing. Like, we just keep playing. We just keep, you know, keep coming live, keep talking about stuff, you know, just kind of expected at this point, right? It's like, it's already been happening most of our lives in big ways, littler ways, you know. Yeah, tone is cool. I like that, G. That's really, yeah, tone is always way more important, or way more It can be like more accurate, more, yeah. I like that. No, and that's why I love sharing all this stuff too. Like, because I'm a total spazoid in my brain and or my mind. We'll start going. We all know that we're air signs. We know. You know, in comparison to like an earth sign, of course. Like fire sign and a water sign, of course. Water sign's gonna be all wussy and emotional, right? Whatever. The fire sign's gonna be all inconsiderate and whatever, and so it's just like that's the whole point. We're all just it's just a flow. We all as soon as we laugh, we can inner smile, we can outer smile, we can it shifts no matter what we're going through, who's going through what, no matter what anything's happening, it shifts it into a place where we can build upon it, where we can grow from it, where we can learn from it. So instead of necessarily trying to fix, right, like get it, this is the structure of your brain. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. This is your brain. It's like drugs or no drugs. Listen, I'm not condoning. I'm just saying, like if you could smile, inner smile, happy, most of the time you wouldn't need the drugs, right? Because you notice that you can't as much because now you're under the influence and you can't, and the smile doesn't have the same effect. That's just a natural byproduct of these things. But like the one thing to like I say, be nice. The one thing to fix everything, smile, be happy, try just and know that the other person is trying to do the same and you're trying to do the same. We're all trying to do the same. Whatever the situation is, trying to do the same. And if they're not, you're going to know because you checked first. You're going to know because right? That's that the benefit of the doubt, they say, right? Like, yes, respect is earned. I agree, but, benefit of the doubt, see how it feels. And then we'll know. And a lot of what we feel, this is the idea of going off and thinking and getting too far out into too many things. So we're training, our bodies are trainable, right? We're training that when we believe or we see a certain thing, that this is a good thing and this is how we should react inside. So then we start, it's like food that tastes delicious, we react like, oh my God, it's delicious, it's fantastic, and it's this big honking greasy cheeseburger or something. There's like, this is the greatest cheeseburger I've ever had in my life. My mouth is watered, there's French fries and ketchup and the French fries and the ketchup and the chocolate milkshake, it's the what was I saying? I was saying kind of the opposite of that though, right? Like, just no, like whatever it is, like, I don't know. I don't want to keep going. Here we go, air sign, right? I gotta bring it back to the center. Well, I mean, it's just be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. Doesn't matter. Yell at everybody all you want. Like that's what everybody's been doing for so long. It's not been working. That's why we keep going to war still. I don't know. That's just it's just wars. People were used to it because we trained ourselves to like things that we shouldn't be liking. It's true. That's a big part of it. There's a lot of things that we've trained ourselves to like, or it's like a bully, who is secretly, I don't know, insecure or whatever, and so he bullies other people or something, and then it makes him feel better about himself. So now, how does he derive a sense of, immediate satisfaction or whatever, that instant gratification? He's gonna pick on somebody, so he feels as like he's gonna feel like he had a better day. That's because we have to retrain ourselves, and that's why with the systems, a lot of people don't see a way out. They don't know what we could do, this, that, this, it's ask spirit. Yes, always ask spirit. But yeah, getting too far out on anything, you guys know, same deal. Tone, oh yeah, tone, I see tone. Tone is good. Spaz, oh my gosh, yeah, that's me. Spaz, spiky hair. Einstein with the spiky hair, that's me, right? And I love it because it allows me to talk about so many different things, but, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me, say, hey, there's a piece you're missing. Cool. So nice to meet you. I'm glad I didn't have to learn that by reading, digging my head into the internet for like 5 hours to, get another perspective, like, and that's because it's a different world now. We have social media, we have this way to connect with people. So we're all, as collective, this mindset is going to start to, it's just common. It's all, you guys know that. Call that word since invented. Spaz. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, all. I know. But and that's why I like sharing, talking about this because, as a Libra, it's like we love luxury, we love relaxation. So by definition in the world, that means laziness. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I see? The one does a joke, it's TikTok, a comedian, and he's talking to a girl why she broke up with her boyfriend. Because he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything, And then he's like, like, well, did he have a job? And then she's like, yeah, he's an EMT or paramedic. He drove an ambulance. And then he's like, oh, so he was a hero. Okay, but he didn't do anything. And then he's like, well, he'd come home and then he just wouldn't do anything or something, like that. And he's like, he's out there saving lives. Like, you don't think he comes home, he wants to kick back and he sits in the chair, pulls the recliner out, and he goes, it's like, I don't think that's what he wants to do. So it's funny, like, I've experienced that where, because I'll get, let's say, in my own head, if you want an air sign, that's probably the most apt way of putting it. But I'll get to the point where I'm like I have a touch of the workaholic in me. So I'll work, but since let's say it's spiritual work, so I'm working on, but it's like I've gotten the relax. You need to calm down. You know what I mean? Stop worrying. Stop trying. Because talking to this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. What does this mean? What does that mean? Oh, how come? Calm down. And then there's like the other people who aren't spiritually okay, you know what I'm trying to say. And then I get the whole like, what do you do? Like a guy sitting there meditating. All you do is just meditate all day. All you want to do is long walks on the beach. Yeah. And yeah. What's the next question? Why aren't we figuring out how we can get over to the beach more, And then so that's what I've experienced a lot of, is where it's, like I've just been we're all just kind of building our own realities, I guess. Right? It's not me or you or we, it's all of us, and it's all going to come together, and it's all fantastic. Hold on. Excuse me. Yeah, no, the smile, I know that's the receptive. No, but you're in control of your body. You're not saying like, oh, tell me how you feel. You're showing up and saying I love you, right? So when I say like you smile, so smile to your lungs, feel your breath, meditate, listen to them, and if they say, hey, I hurt, hey, I'm sad, hey, I'm this, say, okay, I hear you with all my heart and soul, I love you, and smile, because we are as souls sending signals into our bodies, right? Our brains are only processing. So your organs are, right? This is where we store the pains, right? Whatever, it's in our bodies, it's in our, you know what I mean? It's in our hearts, broken heart, right? That's common, easy one, right? Or liver issues, because a lot of anger, right? A lot of angry people have liver, if you'll notice. That's why the Irish and the drinking and the anger, so you store it in there. So the brain is just processing its current state. So whatever your signals you're being told or being felt or being observed, right? That's what you want to override. That's not override. That's what we're here to heal. That's what we're here to talk to and to communicate with. And a lot of times it's as simple as, oh, like heartbreak. Oh, I'm heartbroken. Okay, yeah, got it. what am I going to do as a soul being with this manifesting itself in a physical body? What am I going to do about that as a soul, not as a person, not just as a person anymore, as a soul? What am I going to do for that? And I'm going to love it. I'm going to heal it. I'm going to tell it I love it. I'm going to tell you I missed you. You've always been here with me, right? I'm going to tell you all the things that you forgot about how much I loved you or love you all the time, right? That's, see that, you know what I mean? Or where are you coming from? If you're, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you're doing. You're not smiling to fake anything. You're smiling as the creator of your creation. You're smiling because you're choosing to smile. It's not about the reaction. That's why the world is the way it is, because everyone is reactive, you know, mostly reactive, right? Like babies, like I said in the beginning, we grow up as babies. We're told how to be, how to live, most of what we think that we need to know is outside of us, that somebody needs to tell us, and we need to go to learn to this or to that. And it's not like that's not true. Like, we got to learn that stuff. Like, it's part of it, right? But as that internal creator where you can tell yourself, you know, these things, I am healthy, I am healing, you know, and then again, eventually change the healing, right, to, you know, I'm maintaining my balance, right? I am growing every day stronger and lighter and full of more love every day. And then your body, and especially on this path where we're purging, it's always going to be that way, because we always have to keep going up another level as much as we can. So there's always going to have to be something else that's going to not feel, it's going to feel icky or whatever, that needs to go or needs to be let go of, not go. You don't want to get rid, like if you got a pain, people get pains in their bodies and think, oh, I need to fix, you know, fix that, or I need to cut that out, or I need to get rid of that. No, you need to love it with all your heart. Like I said, everything that you want inside of you, give it to yourself. And it's not, and that's what I mean, it's inside of you. It's not like just physical, it's spirit. It's all around, it's everywhere, right? But there's also a lot of other stuff around here too, you know? So don't look at that stuff. That stuff is not what you want to take from the reflection of your internal, right? Like, so you can teach yourself by saying, I'm only going to look at this stuff. It doesn't mean that the other stuff isn't happening and you're lying to yourself about it. It's you're training your body internally on how to feel and why, right? This is all of this, the meditation. If the whole world meditated, I swear we'd be killing it. You know what I mean? Like all the time, you know, because a lot of us, we do it and we maintain all of this vibration, and it's taxing when it's constant, you know, not an environment where it, that, you know, so, I mean, oh, we all got the whole world, fries. Oh yeah. Shake. Oh yeah. I'm a chocoholic. Get out of my face. There better be healing chocolate on the ship once I get there. I swear. I swear. By the moon. I swear. It's easier to eat than communicate. That's why humans choose reaction. I love that one. It's easier. To war than communicate, to eat than communicate. That was awesome. No, that was perfect. I'm so glad I read it that way. That was awesome. It's like way easier to eat than communicate. So that's why we just react, you know. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, okay. I didn't get it, but I got it. You got it, so I got it. It doesn't have to be true. I don't really, you know, is it? Sure. I'm sure at times it usually is. Everybody talks about what's true, what's not true. You know, it's like we haven't even experienced half of the whole entire universe. I mean, it's like, come on, get out of here. Talking about it's not real. Are you sure? Oh, did you guys see? Did I share it on Facebook? Where the kids in the UK, there's a school and they taught them to use their third eyes. So they're all like 10 years old, whatever, and like, you know, little 14, like 8, you know, all the ages. And they said that between the age of 7 to 10, 7 to something like that is when it's most active in children. So the school taught them. And there's a school out there in, I think, like India, you know, or like Tibet or something. There's a lot of, you know, these types of schools out there, but this one was cool. It was, you know, I don't know if it was mainstream. I saw it on Facebook, but, you know, it was an interview. It was like some, like a news channel, like news anchor. And they were talking about, oh, at this school in the UK, blah, 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 has been teaching their kids. So they put the blindfolds on and then they somebody will write a word and they'll say what the word is. Or one guy drew like a dog, but it looked more like a bear. I don't know, some other kind of animal. So then they showed the clip, and then he's laughing, and because she says bear, and he's like, oh, and there was two of them. They got the first one right, and then the other one was bear. He drew it, and he's, oh, well, it's a dog. And she's sitting there with the body. She's like, it looks more like a bear. She's like 6 years old or 7 years old. She's got blindfolds on her thing. And then they they said that they went to test it, where they heard about it, they read about them, they actually drove down to see if it was actually real. So they themselves, the interview, the people, the researchers. So it's just, I don't know, why am I bringing that up? It probably had something to do with I started with way back. But yeah, that all this stuff is coming. We're talking about like it's all real. What are I don't know where we're going. Spaz and indigo go together. I think so. Because the indigo just sometimes that's what they want to do specifically, is spaz out. That's what right? Like, what is going on here? I think it goes real close, hand in hand. Yeah, I think that's a good comment. I think that's where spaz came from. It came from indigo, and then spiritually they were like, yeah, those are the spazzes, right? Because nobody else really spazzes. They actually spaz, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what they all are. I'm just trying to crack jokes. Someone who can do no. Yeah, that's why I like the non-action. That's why I like the Taoist way, where everyone is constantly trying to do stuff all the time, and it's that energy, that that constant, and where it's just like, no, I just need food, water, shelter, and the rest is cool, and people, conversation, whatever, and the more we can get there, I think the better we're going to be. Because people think about that too, getting old, yeah, I got to retire and get a pension and get this, and hey, go for it. Do it. It's all on you. But honestly, if I was old, if I was in my 90s, I'm going to be, however, and as long as I have a water source and I can get my water every day and I got food, coming in somehow, like that's just, yeah. So I think that's why that's everybody's chasing a dream. And shout out to anybody who achieves a dream. Shout out. I think we all should achieve a dream, and we all deserve to get that dream. And in order to give that and get that for everybody, it takes the work of everybody. It's the concept of like the village, right? It takes a village. But what kind of village? Who would you even want in your village? Where's the? I mean, like, I know they're out there. We gotta. It's all just you. It's up to you. It's up to us. It's up to, humanity to do the work for yourselves. All the things that you must do. Stored anger. Yeah. No. I don't care what anybody says either. We anchor the collective. That's for sure. Like, right. I don't all the time because I want to half the time. It's like, I know it's, part of me learning to do it more, and then, all this stuff, and, without affecting anything. Like, how, you know what I mean? That's like when you got to say, we came here to help and to change the way people think, to change their minds, but I'm not touching nothing. I'm not responsible for it. I mean, we are. We're all responsible for it. But it's it's like how to do it with like the most least anger rousing in people. I don't know how to do it. I love it. Yeah, who would we actually want in the village? Like, because people come up with villages all the time. People got money. Like I said earlier, in the real estate, buy some land, buy some, building, and then we'll build a community and we'll call it the New Age woke community, right? Well, I have to see what you guys are all about, right? It's like going anywhere, going to college, getting a job. You got to kind of walk around, feel the place out, see what you want. Like, okay, no, thanks. No. What? I know it's only been 10 minutes, but I'm good. appreciate your time. I didn't want to take up any more of your time. Yeah. But yeah, trust. And it really is trust. And it's an internal job. You got to trust yourself. Because that's why people have all that difficult trusting others. Really, it really is. Because I've dealt with that too. And I have those thoughts too, or have had recently. Right, the idea of there's so many people teaching, there's so many learning. We all got to be out there doing it anyways, speaking our truth. But it's like, how I put it, I'm kind of forgetting. Hmm. How do I say the thought of it's all what you make it. You know what I mean? It's all. I was getting onto something there, but I guess it feels like it's all summed up already. Like we're good, everything's fine. Nobody needs to worry about nothing, right? But what is the agenda of the people? It's always the agenda. That's what it comes down to. Who has an agenda and what is their agenda? Because I guess essentially everybody has a purpose for something. And the sooner we unite amongst those, not uniting against things because they're popular, not uniting against things because they're famous, not uniting against things, you know what I mean? Like I get just as much wisdom from watching the Community as I've heard from like any meme or any motivational speaker. You know what I mean? Like we've all heard we've heard them all. Learn, be your own motivational speaker. You know, because like I say, that's that new what is it? The new economy that I'd like to see, where we're donating to each other. And we're all talking. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing. You know, but of course, what 1% has all the money or 80% of the money. I mean, you know what I mean? We got that's going to be a big shift in the economy, which is going to be fun. So let's watch as it all happens. But again, it's like if we go into the future with the same old ideas of the past, we're going to have a new toy, and then we're going to turn it into an old toy, or we're going to use it for the same old stuff. Why doesn't this work? It's not working out, right? Like the idea of putting it in a box, not letting go, new ideas, letting go of certain things, right? And why doesn't this fit, right? Why does religious, very, stout? What is that word? Stout, religious people, astute? No, not astute. You know, and then you cross with another religion, and it's just like they can't. The information, it just won't settle in, but we got to grow. So, and then I mean, it should be simple enough if people just it's funny, like, let's shout out Jesus. He said, "You're just like I am. You're going to be able to do things I did and even more. It's. I'm not out here telling you to worship. Excuse me, worship me, worship people. No, that's not what I'm even doing. So it astounds me that like anything to do with Catholic Christianity, whatever. I don't know all specific. I don't want to pick it. It's like it blows my mind that there's so much worship. Like I don't know what it is, like worshiping Mother Mary or worshiping Jesus or what is the Jewish people? They don't think Jesus ever walked the earth. Okay, did he walk the stars? I mean, it's like it's just what do we? Yeah. So hopefully we'll all get there in a peaceful and loving and gracious way. And I'll find better and better ways of talking about this and bringing this out to me. Because I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I'd rather not. I think that's why I'm the way I am. I'd rather not, because I know I'm gonna a lot. So like, sheesh, I'll ruffle my own feathers, right? That's when I peacock, right? Look at this. I am gorgeous. They walk real slow and they just like kind of show. You ever see them lift up fluff their tail feathers? Yeah, kids, the new ways, Dude, no, I'm totally down for the village though. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, I like that. The bills. A lot of people are keeping money to save it for later instead of just trust and leaping and go. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Shout out to anybody who's made it. Not saying nothing, right? Or like made it, millionaire, billionaire, whatever that means, made it. Like and then good job. I'm proud of you. I hope we all get there in our own loving, heartfelt, expansive way. We get wherever we need to get to. But yeah, a lot of that is just, for all the help that they're saying they want to do, they're just selling you their new book. You know what I mean? I want to help you, but I can't help everybody, right? Because there's too many people. So I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to create this course, and then you guys can pay. And then this is how you can learn. It's just like, no. Like, if we all really wanted to spread the equality and the money and well, and then charities, some of them are cool, but a lot of that's a tax write-off, right? So it's like they don't even, it's like, I don't know, it's funny. But then that would require the millionaires to take over the school systems, and they would have to get all involved in what's actually going on in the schools, and they have to somehow buy out the schools, but you can't because they're subsidized or what I mean. It's a big, yeah, there's just a lot to do there. But I always feel like I'd like to see more humanitarian things and stuff like that, you know like like something I would do is I'd hire, like the professor or an expert in like welding, and just hold it for the community, right? We could promote it, we could do all this, we could do all that, and it would just be like free, like class on the weekend for everybody. Maybe try to make your expenses back or something, but like, yeah, we could totally change this around. Like, there's a lot of spiritually growing people and a lot of, but don't give me $1 billion, because if I had $1 billion, we'd have peace on earth tomorrow. And no, I'm kidding, but, definitely get started, you know. Indeed, so many spiritual books to tell others to have faith. Money will land in their lap. Yeah, if yeah, yeah, and then they're the ones selling the book to. Yeah, I know, right? And that's not that it's wrong. It's not that it's bad, right? Because at at some point, people got to realize it's all plagiarism. It's all, at some point we got to realize, like, nobody, like, I mean, yeah, we're all growing and evolving, and there's new geniuses and but it's like it's nobody's really, you know. See, I use the all or nothing words. That's what I gotta. Yeah, I don't mean it like that, but um, yeah, it's all being repeated and parroted, and like, you could buy every spiritual book out there, and if they're coming from the heart and then they're all going to be saying the same thing. They're going to be on point. It's like that's why I feel like on my show, I feel like, it's the same message that I'm sharing, but there's a million ways we can talk about it. So and that goes with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It goes with the same. There's a million ways you could feel about a certain situation, and not a million, but you know what I mean. However many. And as we all learn that, we get to decide what that is, because that's the thing. Oh, with the reflections of the world and all, I feel like this, and how am I supposed to not feel like that? Well, right, you do feel that way because of the reflection of the world. Then that's fine, right? But that doesn't mean that that's it. Yeah, it doesn't mean, um, right? Like like somebody hurts, a bullies your kid, right? And you have a moment where you're like, like it's like, it's natural. Okay, especially in a place like this where there are people who actually want to do harm. So a lot of times with these, always like we always need to feel good or something to be light or not feel good. Like you should always feel good, right? But that's aligned, and so if you're in your power and your fury, fire energy, that's okay. But don't hurt anybody. Still try not to. We can go on forever with these talks. That's why I say, I love it. That's why, yeah. Anyways, putting it all down on paper lately, so I can sum it all up. I think that'll be cool. And go back and watch all my videos and take notes. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Right? I remember when I said that. Oh yeah, so, right. Yeah, land on an island. Nice. Yeah, and do books or not. I'm the same way too. Like I would love to write all this down on paper, boom, 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 right? But but I like to go. I'd rather do construction work. Honestly, like I'd rather just be doing something or sitting outside in the process of the not doing. But if I have to do something, right? I'd rather be physically active. Let's put it that way. Or practicing the not physically active, or just watching the YouTube with you guys out on the porch, sitting outside with watching all you guys out there. So I think I've explained it all in this video. How long has it been? Whoa, it's been an hour and 51. All right, cool. Sum up. Let's sum it up. Yep. No, and it just is, because it's love. It's just sharing love, it's growing love, giving love as much as you can, and just keep doing that, right? Like I said, if something comes in and it's negative, or it's just first tell yourself you love yourself, because the feelings that are coming in and the vibration that's coming in isn't what you need to feel, right? You just need to sense it, know it's there, but you don't need to embody it. And that's the idea. A lot of people think, you have to know you're not your thoughts. The real you, are not just the thoughts that come through your mind, but a lot of people identify with that. That's the personality, the id. That's what, you know, um, or your emotions, or your physical sensations, right? That's not who and what you are, right? Like we were saying, like I said earlier, you can train yourself to like something that's bad for you, right? And so how would you ever get back to like the natural, like, wait, no, like, so if you like it for so, burgers, 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 right? Eventually your body is gonna be like, no, dude, no more burgers, right? But the net, because it needs something else. There's a part of your body that needs what it needs to grow, another nutrient or something, so it all comes as we practice. Yes. Blabby, blabby. I think I'm going to go. It's about time to hop off. I got to get some food. Not. What's our good chat? I got all that sage in here still. I got the window too. I'm staying in here with the sage. And I said that too. We're going to talk about all the stuff, whatever, build it all up, and I'm going to crack the window open and go, wow. It's just all going to breathe. Let's go right outside. So, it's too funny. I don't know. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for chatting with me. Appreciate it. Miss you guys. And I'm looking forward to all the amazing, wonderful creations that we all learn to settle into within our own selves and share with the world. And that's really, I think what it's about too is, I'll say this real quick, the fake spiritual or fake, people, this or that, or, it's, are they real? Are they not real? It's like, if you're coming from your heart and you're creating something, then you're good. That's all you need to know. It's just all the things that everyone wants to create, and we're all going to be creating the new energies that we get to create with, and the inspirations that we take from the energies, downloads, activations, and then actually do something, go do something, change the way you look at your life, change the way, that's what all the new, the more new you can add, the better. And as long as it's with love, because we don't want to I don't want to bring the old into the new. But you're not your thoughts, you're not your mind, you're not your feelings, you're so much more than this. And as creator beings who are at least, if not in the full power of creation, right, can tap into that creation that is theirs, that created them. And then you can work with that and you can learn how your lotus blossoms, how it unfolds, um, which is unique to every single one of us on purpose, our own path, so we can find something new out in the universe and then come back home. Even if there's a lot of things that have been going on, the same thing over and 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 over for a long time, it's still new. It's why we're here. It's what we get to be a part of, and instead of always pulling in the fear that's out there, right? Especially with the grids, the negative reverse grid. I don't want half of this stuff. I want to sit on the grass under a tree forever. Like, I'm good. I'm good. Just get away from me with your ideas and what I need to do and what you need to do and what everybody needs to do and how we need to do it and when we need to do it. Like this. It's like, okay, hasn't that been what we've been doing? That's okay. It's funny, every show. Do not revenge on your enemy. Find your peace, right? But then, like, what are we doing? We're at war all the time with everybody out here. Like, we need to build a base in another country so we can protect ourselves. It's like, I don't. Right? Is this thing on? McFly. Yeah, super night to you too. Yeah, it's really cool. We're gonna be seeing the truck right now. Oh my gosh, there it is. Cool. All right, love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Much love and light. Peace.